habits. I think this might be slightly left of center, but we kind of it's kind of coming out in the conversation as we have it. Why people crave material possessions in the first place, because I think that creates a speed culture, like this idea of I want, and then when you get it, it's not exactly what you thought it was going to be, and you want something else, and you're on and on and on. And like, why is that? Is it simply advertising? Is it our egos, insecurity, or boredom? Like, have you seen any reasons why we may be so leaning into the consumerism and this idea of
Yeah.
desires all the time?
I mean, I suppose there's probably, if you go back, all the way to pre-modern times, and people coveted stuff, right? Stuff that was useful. There was even, cave art, right? People would have enjoyed things making a mark on the physical world. There must be some kind of human vector of desire that is in play there that goes all the way back and is hardwired into us. But the modern era, of course, has taken that and just ratcheted it up like nobody's business. So I think advertising is part of it. I think status, right? We're very status conscious animals, human beings.
Yes.
And one way to measure, one easy, visible way to measure status is the stuff you have, right? So I think that's a big part of this. There's also because of the status and the joy that buying stuff brings us, I think that consumerism or consumption on that kind of level becomes, it's like a mechanism of denial, or it's a way of running away from what really matters often for people. And I think that's I can widen that away from just consumption to a fast life, right? Busyness is a way of avoiding yourself, right? It's a way of avoiding the deeper questions like, who am I? What is my purpose here? Am I living the right life for me? All that sort of stuff that we just put off until often we have a burnout or a breakdown or something. And then we suddenly have some time to think and do that existential homework and housework. And we realize, hang on a minute, that's what was before. No. And I think just buying things is a very useful way, very easy, quick fix to paper over deeper worries for people. I mean, nobody lies on their deathbed. We all know this, right? Nobody lies on their deathbed and looks back and thinks, I wish I'd bought more stuff on Amazon, right? And yet how much, or spent more time on Instagram, right? And yet look at what hoovers up the vast bulk of our time, money, energy. It's those things, right? And yet it's the stuff on your deathbed or later on when you begin to look back and have some perspective and nuanced understanding of what the great arc of a human life is all about. It's those small, slow moments that we remember, right? It's the reading a bedtime story to your son, right? Or it's going for a walk on a beach with your partner when you decide this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. It's that long, lazy lunch in the back garden with your grandmother a week before she died. All those sorts of things. Those are things that give life meaning, color, texture. And they are the things that get squeezed out by the other things, by work, by shopping, by social media.
And they're all free, Carl. And
there it is. Exactly.
And you probably answered this to some degree just